Please welcome this year's Gabrielle Giffords Rising Star Award winner, State Representative and candidate for Attorney General from Georgia, Tanya Miller.
Thank you so much. Wow. I am honored to accept this accolade from Emily's List, this award named after the awe-inspiring Gabrielle Giffords, my Lord. It just feels like a special recognition that the quiet and often unsung work of public service, y'all know the 2 steps forward, 1 step back, well, that work is in fact seen in a big way. And I am deeply grateful. In moments like this, which are extraordinarily challenging for us collectively, for me personally, when the road is uncertain, my mind goes back to a question asked by the legendary gospel group, the Clark Sisters. I'm Southern Baptist, somebody else in the room is too. Is my labor in vain? Is my praying in vain? Is my service in vain? And then, of course, the folks who know this refrain would tell you in the way that only the Southern Baptist Church could tell you, no. Of course not. That's right. Of course not, because somewhere up this long, hard road is the reward that we all seek, and that is freedom. Freedom. This recognition moves me to reflect deeply, because standing here, the product of a working poor family, the descendant of formerly enslaved people, now running for the highest legal office in the state of Georgia, the first Black woman to ever even try it. My Lord. Look, this is a testament for what I believe is the endurance of the American dream. I lived it, I am it, and what I still believe fundamentally America is. In this moment, as the granddaughter of the South, I am committed to using everything I have to do everything I can to protect the people, to fight for our freedom. And this is not new. I made that commitment very early in my life when I knew I wanted to become the advocate that I knew my mother needed. From the very beginning, at my law school graduation, it is what in fact sent me to law school, but at my graduation, I had a chance to stop, really stop, and take in who was in that room with me. My grandmother, the daughter of Mississippi sharecroppers, who drove all the way from rural Alabama to witness that day. My mother, who is my anchor, my North Star, union strong, working poor her whole life. And then even my 3-year-old daughter, who had been with me every step of the way on this journey. I was pregnant while I took the LSAT, so she was with me even then. But seeing this whole moment in my life from that generational vantage, it all made sense. I was, in fact, living the American dream. I felt the weight of it all then. I feel the weight of it all now, the sacrifices that paved the way for me, and my own responsibility to sacrifice too. My achievement is not just my own. And so, as we are reeling from events this week, we just watched the Supreme Court gut the Voting Rights Act, the same law that John Lewis bled for on the Edmund Pettus Bridge, the same law that made it possible for my grandmother, born in Mississippi, 1922, to cast a ballot. And I want to be clear, this decision is not just an abstract legal concept for me. It is a decision from the highest court in our nation about who belongs in this democracy and who doesn't. Well, we no more support the answer they gave us now than we did the answers they gave us in the Dred Scott decision or in Plessy versus Ferguson. It has only underscored the great calling I and we should feel, the calling I feel to seek a position that allows me to fight for marginalized people, for working people at a broad scale, at the highest level, because as we continue the long and required work of bending the arc of the moral universe, I fundamentally believe we should do so still for love, love of all people. This is a fight, make no mistake about it, girded in love, choosing love over hate, choosing a vision that puts working people first. And far from being deterred, I am committed, like you now more than ever. So tonight, I'm going to ask you to make a commitment of your own, to neither retreat nor surrender, to square up and fight for our democracy the way the freedom fighters before us did and the way that they have always intended. As a Black woman running in the South, the confidence of this organization, Emily's List, by the way, this is my love letter to you. The confidence this organization has had in me has made all the difference in my race. Jessica, Lestian, the entire Emily's List family, thank you so much for believing in me, for standing by me and with me when it was hard, not just when it was easy. And as I think about you and this family and all the families out there, particularly the families that I represent, hardworking people who find themselves one bill away from crisis. I know these families. I grew up in these families. I am these families. Their struggle is why I am running for Attorney General, to be their fierce protector and staunch defender, to be the advocate that my family needed, to protect them from fraud, from predatory practices, from corporate malfeasance, to stand with working people in the fight for living wages and safe working conditions and clean water and clean air and against public corruption and corporate greed. I will fight for every Georgian with abiding fidelity to the rule of law and to the peace and dignity that our communities deserve. So, I accept this award with deep gratitude and humility. I accept it with the urgency of now. And may the spotlight it brings shine upon the working people in Georgia who are still waiting for what this country promised them: a shot at the American dream. Now, as a homicide prosecutor, I never lost a case. And I don't plan on losing this fight for Georgia's families. They have waited long enough for leaders who care deeply for them. That wait ends now. Thank you, Emily's List. Thank you all. I love you. Thank you.